Hey y'all, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not new here, hey boo, I see you coming back. I just wanted to preface this video by letting you guys know what you're about to watch. Way before we started a YouTube channel, I got 1 million questions about Liliana's hair. How I wash it, how I condition it, how I style it, what products I use, what are my tips on how to keep it looking fresh and not frizzy. So in this video, I let you guys in on everything. I show you every single product I use. I show you exactly how I do it. That way you can take care of your curly little toddlers at home too. After I uploaded all the footage, it took about an hour to do all of this, but granted that was breaking and I was filming, and so it probably takes about 30-45 minutes to get through the entire routine. Make sure you stay till the end, because at the end of the video, I take you to the next day. So the next day after this style and this wash, you can see how it wore overnight and what it looked like the next day. So make sure you stay till the end to see that. Let's jump on in. Alright, so let's get started. As you can see, I've laid down a towel for Liliana just so it's a little more comfortable for her. I, of course, have snacks for her, a lollipop and some fruit snacks, and of course, her iPad to keep her distracted because it can be a process. Here I'm just testing the water temperature. I don't want it too hot for her, but I also don't want it too cold. I want the water to be on the warmer side. It helps to break down all of the product in her hair. So we start by just rinsing it out. The first product that I use is the Shea Moisture shampoo. I've tried several different lines that they have, but I don't really have a preference as long as it's just Shea Moisture. Here you can see that I'm dividing her hair into 2 sections. I do that because it's easier for me to shampoo. I am getting really down to the root because I want to make sure to get up all that excess buildup from the amount of product that I do put in her hair. I go ahead and work the shampoo all the way through her hair. As you can see, I forgot to take off my Apple Watch. Make sure you do that if you have one, because that's expensive. So after I shampoo her pretty good, I go ahead and rinse it out. Again, still using warmer water. Kisses are free at this point. Make sure you get all that product out of her hair. This is just letting you know that I'm going in a second time. So I do go in a second time shampooing her hair, again, just to make sure all of that product comes out. I don't want any product left behind. This time, all I'm looking for is to get a really good lather on her hair. That way it shows me that all of the product is out. This is the lather that I'm looking for. There for a snack for Lil. There's a whole box of it. Why is he always trying to steal her snacks? I don't understand. So Miele, this is one of my favorite lines. I use a lot of their products here in San Antonio. I can find them at Target. This product specifically is a deep conditioner. I don't use this all of the time. Usually I just do the Shea Moisture shampoo and the Shea Moisture conditioner. But anytime that her hair has been up for a while, or if she has braids or anything like that, I like to use a deep conditioner. That way I make sure that the hair stays hydrated. That's just showing you what I'm about to use. I use a clip just to separate her hair once I'm ready to condition it. When I shampooed it, I only split it into 2 sections, but when I condition it, I split it into quite a bit of sections, only because her hair is so thick. So it makes it easier for me to make sure I'm moisturizing every single strand of hair. This is just a wet comb that I used to use on her. It worked fine, but since then I found this wet brush that is actually meant for curly hair, and this was my first time using it. it, and you guys, I absolutely loved it. It made it so easy to comb through her hair. While it was wet, it was a lot less painful for her, and it just took a lot less time. So I highly recommend this brush. I got mine on Amazon, but of course, if you can't find it or you don't have it, a wet comb or any kind of brush will work too, just to make sure I comb out all of those tangles. It's so much easier to get those tangles out when it's wet and while you're conditioning it. Also, to make sure that the conditioner gets, like I said, in every single strand, we really want to make sure that that hair gets moisturized. To the top section of her hair. Again, earlier I only did 2 sections, but now I'm breaking that down even further and combing it all the way through. So I do make sure to comb all of her hair. This specific conditioner says to apply conditioner and then leave in for 15 minutes. I finish conditioning and brushing it all the way through, I'm going to just throw a shower cap on top of her to keep her hair covered. Make sure that all that product stays in her hair to soak it up. Just showing you how much product I used. I used a lot of product on her hair, but it didn't seem to be that much out of the bottle. So this is after the condition. You can see her hair looks super moisturized, which is exactly what we wanted. I'm going to set the water on cold and make sure to rinse out all of the conditioner from her hair. I do that just so her hair follicles close and it locks in all the moisture from the conditioner I just applied, so she gets the full effect from the treatment. Once I'm done with that, I take any fabric that is 100% cotton. That will help with the frizziness. This is just a shirt. I know that they sell 100% cotton wraps, which I probably need to get, but there's no problem using a shirt. This is what works for us, so this is what we're doing for now. I wrap her hair in that just until I can get her to her room to keep as much moisture in her hair as possible. And now we're going to Liliana's room to style it. Another thing that I do to keep her hair from getting frizzy, I got a silk pillowcase, which really helped the frizziness of her hair. So if your child, you're doing all the right things to moisturize, and then you're putting them to sleep, and when they wake up it's still frizzy, I would highly recommend a silk pillowcase. She also has a silk bonnet, but I find that that tends to fall off of her head, so that's why I went and got the pillowcase. So I'm going to take her hair down, and as you can see, it's very moisturized. I'm just going to take you through the products that I usually use. Again, the Miele line. I love the curl smoothie. I use this just as a rezhuzh on the days after I've styled her hair, especially if it's down. This is a curling mousse. I'll use this if she has her hair down because it keeps all of her curls intact. Cantu is a lot more affordable than Miele. I love the Cantu line. It is all natural. This is a scalp oil that I just only use whenever she has box braids. She keeps those in for quite a while, so with those I just heat it up and apply it to her scalp to make sure it doesn't get too dry. And of course the EcoStyles gel. You can't go wrong with it. This particular one is the coconut oil version. I find that it doesn't leave the white residue in her hair. It's a spray bottle with water, a comb, a bristle brush, a pick in case I'm leaving her hair down, and of course a toothbrush to lay her edges. So now I'm going to go in with that Cantu. This particular product that I'm using is a leave-in conditioner. I like to put this on after I wash her hair, just again to keep the moisture intact. So again, I section everything, and in this frame you can see just how thick Liliana's hair is, and that's why I take all of these steps to make sure it's moisturized, because if I don't separate it and just put it over all of her hair, the middle doesn't get any moisture. That's why I always make sure to separate her hair. If your child's hair is not as thick, you probably won't have to do this, but for me, I don't have that luxury. Start styling her hair. She told me she wanted to look like Elsa, so we're going to do our version of a modified French braid. It looks like a French braid, but it's not a French braid. Because her hair is so thick and curly, it's really hard for me to French braid all into one braid, so I like to section it off and braid, and then section it off and braid. You'll see how I do that here. And I like to style her hair in styles to where all of her hair is up, but that's just because her hair is so thick and it's easier for me to keep up with if it's styled. Now her hair is very beautiful left out and down and curly, which I will do for special occasions and things like that, but since it's quarantine, we're not going anywhere, we're not doing anything, so I just keep it styled and pulled out of her face, so it's easier for me to manage. The rubber bands that I'm using are just the no slip rubber bands. I have the elastic ones and I hate them. They pop every single time, sometimes even right after I put them in, because her hair is so thick they'll pop in the ponytail. So that's why I just stuck with the elastic ones. If you have a brand of rubber bands that works for you and you think they'll work for me, leave in the comment section down below, because I hate that these pull at her hair too. But that's all I can find for right now. Guys, we're getting to the end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Do not forget to share this with your other curly haired friends, your friends who have curly haired kids. We all know how hard it is to learn the curly journey. It took us a very long time to find what worked for us. I went through a lot of trial and error with products. I have tried and tried and tried so many products, but these are the ones that I absolutely love. I let you know what I use, but I also try to give you an affordable option, which is the Cantu brand, which is just as great. I do only use all natural products on her hair. Switching over from regular products to all natural products had made such a big difference in her hair. So I highly recommend natural products if you can't afford the higher end stuff, because I know it does get expensive for our little curly heads. Cantu is a great affordable option and we love it. So yeah, if you have any questions about anything else, absolutely let me know. I'm here to help. I want every curly haired kid to have beautiful bouncy hair. I know how frustrating it is to have your child walking around with frizzy hair, but because you don't know how to deal with it. So hopefully this helped you guys a little bit. If you try it, let me know. Let me know how it works for you. This is our journey. I never put any kind of heat product on her hair. She is 100% natural, and hopefully we can keep it that way. So this is the next morning. She just got out of bed. This is what it looks like. It stays pretty hydrated. I can go over it with water and put a little bit more moisturizer back in it, but this is what it looks like. Her curls are pretty much still intact. I just gotta lay those edges. And who are you? All right, guys, let me know if you follow our tutorial. Let me know how it works for you. Good luck. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I like this song. Bye.